Hi everyone, Thomas here. You're watching Marie's channel, MLV and Me, and today I'm going to be working on making a shampoo bar. Okay, here's what you'll need for this. You'll need rubber gloves. Can you see that? Yeah. I'm using an old rag. Okay, I'm using, it's sodium hydroxide, which is lye. I'm using apple cider vinegar, some vitamin E, some shea butter, refined shea butter, castor oil, some olive oil, palm oil, coconut oil, rice bran oil, tea tree oil, and some fresh rosemary and thyme. I'm gonna break this up if I can. Whoops. Stems are pretty hard, so I guess I won't use the stems, I'll just use the leaves. Gets a little messy, sorry. And these are already washed and everything. So then, set that aside for a second. I want to measure out the lye. Can you see that? I got 7.4 ounces of lye. And put the lid on that. Then the apple cider vinegar. Measure out 13 0.7. Set that aside. Then for the oil, let me see. I'm using rice bran oil. 6.3 ounces. I'm going to set that aside too. Vitamin E, I'm only going to use, you don't need a lot, so I'm just going to, about a tablespoon. Then castor oil. No, let me do the olive oil first. I have 13.7 ounces. I'll probably add a little more. This is the palm oil. I need a spoon for that. And I measure out about 17 ounces. Oops. Scared the dogs. Yeah, that's good. Then for coconut oil, 17.5 ounces. Oops. I'm going to add a little more rice bran oil. I might as well use it all up. And there's 11.1 ounces. And the rest is going to be castor oil. Whoops. So there's 4.5. I'll add some shea butter. Three and a half ounces. I started using this shampoo almost a year ago now, and I really like it. So I'll give that a little mix. I'm gonna put that on the stove to heat up. I have a pan of hot water, so it just melts the oils and gets them all melted up. Then over here, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, which will make the soap even harder than what it normally would be. And then I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. Oop. And get that dissolved. Before I start the lye. Okay, let me pause for a second. Okay, I have some ice and some water in here, so I'm gonna put this in. This is the way I like to mix it up. Dry my hands. Gather. See? I'm just going to do a little bit at a time because it gets really hot. You can see it changing color. It just gets super hot when it gets mixed with liquid. The lye. Make sure it's all dissolved. And then I'll let that cool down before I add more. Oh, here it is. For the rosemary and thyme, I'm gonna chop up real good. Let me pause because it's really loud. Okay, that's all chopped up real fine. And then I'll add that to the other oils. I know it looks kind of gross, but when it's done, it's going to look pretty cool. Pause. Okay, the coconut oil and the palm oil and shea butter is all dissolved, or all liquid now. So I'm going to add some tea tree oil. And when you make this with apple cider vinegar, the smell goes away after you mix the lye into it. So you can't, it doesn't really have a smell. The tea tree oil does, but it doesn't always stick in the soap. So I'm going to, whoops. Add the lye now. Let me get that piece out of there. That stem. And I use a stick blender. This is 99 degrees and the lye is 99 degrees. If you mix the lye too fast, it'll break the container because it gets so hot. Okay, and over here I have, can you see that? A mold, soap mold that I made, and I line it with freezer paper with the shiny side up. So I'll take my stick blender and this is called trace when it gets thick and starts turning into soap. So, and it's happening really fast, so I want to get it into the mold. You don't need to use a stick blender, but it's much faster. Oops. So see how thick it got? And it'll turn white when it's all dry. I should have poured it earlier. It's a neat little hobby to have. Oops. It's not perfect, but it's soap, and when it's dry, I'll show you what it looks like when I get ready to cut it. It's really hot. Okay, so it's the next day and the soap is ready to be cut. And you can see, oh, it lightened up a lot. Got a few air bubbles in there. So I'm just going to take my cutter. I'm not going to measure it or anything because it's just soap that I use, or shampoo. So I'll cut it the size I want it. And that should last quite a while. And you can't smell the vinegar at all. A little bit of the herbs you can. and then I'll set it in a container for, can you see that? No. For about 8 weeks. And it's called a cure time. And then it should be ready to use. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and it smells really good. So that's you don't need also you don't need conditioner with the soap, or at least I don't, because the apple cider vinegar is really good for your hair, and it kind of conditions your hair too. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button